the Passion, because we've heard very often on Sunday Breakfast about upcoming performances of the Passion Play in Bath and the search for someone to play Jesus. Well, the director who's working on that is also involved in a radio version in the Somerset village of Mells. Auditions are happening this week at St Andrew's Church. Lloyd Notice is the director, and he's on the line. So too the Reverend Clive Fairclough, who is director. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for coming along. You're obviously very busy then, aren't you, Lloyd, with this, bearing in mind what's happening in Bath? Why? You're running these two big things in parallel. You don't want an easy life, do you?
No. Well, I think that's what I'm doing for Lent, is I'm actually just getting busier.
and Clive, bearing in mind, Lloyd's other commitments, he's obviously doing a fine job in Bath. Why have you got involved with this yourself?
Well, I think what is really exciting is that the whole Lenten journey, including the Passion, is about following the journey of Jesus. And this incredibly smart, great production is in a very contemporary language. And, we all have a great excitement to follow this journey of probably the greatest human being on earth and to put it into a play with a little tiny place in Mells. We're hoping to build community and kind of enjoy it with a passion, literally.
So what are you looking for then, Lloyd?
I'm just looking for enthusiasm and commitment and a sense of fun, because it is a production that's actually radio-based. We're doing a recording, a bit like the Goon show in the past. We're going to get some mics set up and get sound effects going for the story. And there's humorous bits in it as well. So it's going to be a fun day, and also getting the children involved, which I'm really looking forward to.
Clive, bearing in mind what you've just said, you're not concerned there's a sort of a link to the Goon show in what Lloyd has just said there?
I don't have a problem with the Goon show. But, life is all about humour and fun. And, of course, the serious part, obviously, is the Passion of Christ. But, guys, we're in the contemporary world here. It's important that we kind of join in. And, some of the elements of the play are extremely funny, and we should embrace all these elements, because happiness and sadness sometimes go along together.
Which elements would you say are funny? Just to clarify, which elements are funny, Clive?
Well, if you look at the Palm Sunday, for example, which is a great celebration of the Messiah coming into town, and that was a huge celebration for the Jewish nation at the time, and there would have been a great celebration with palms and the donkey and the great singing of music and all the rest of it. So that element is, really, kind of very much a light, because that's what people are expecting.
Now, Lloyd, you've got this radio recording happening. Where and when, or what do we have to do when we turn up to audition?
Well, it's going to be at Mells, in Mells in St Andrew's Church, and it's just reading bits of the script. And, jokingly apart, there's the humour, but there's also obviously the pathos. And so we need somebody who's going to be quite committed to the emotion of what's going to be happening towards the end with the crucifixion.
And when is the actual performance and recording?
It's on the 8th of April in St Andrew's Church.
So you've got a few rehearsals before then, and then
about 5.
That's okay. And then you've got the actual final performance, which is a chance for the village to get together and celebrate through.
Absolutely. And I think that's a big part of it, is getting a community together. As in Bath with the other Passion play, it's great to see a community getting together and committing themselves to a project
Lloyd,
which everyone believes in.
Is there a chance that you might get the productions mixed up?
No, very different scripts.
I just checking. That's all. Now, Clive, I mean, we've talked about bringing the community together, but obviously, all the community isn't taking part by having a part to play. Having said that, though, when it comes to the recording, they can turn up, because there's a chance to be part of the recording and be there and have a supper afterwards.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think that's going to be a great opportunity for the village to listen to the story with all their friends and their children and grandchildren possibly, and sort of enter into the whole journey. I mean, what is really exciting about this is that we've got some help from the States. Amazing couple who wrote Praying Stations of the Cross has given us a donation, because they were so moved by the whole business of us going through Lent in this Passion Play. So there's a kind of huge international element to this, and I'm sure that they'll be listening to the play once it becomes a podcast. So isn't it wonderful how we reach out to others across the pond, as they say?
Mm-hmm. Lovely. Well, Lloyd, after it's all over, what are you going to do?
I'm actually working on a show based on the Book of Revelation, which I'm trying to make into a one-man show. So, yeah.
Blimey, okay. Well, you'll need your work cut out for that. All right. Well, it's good to catch up with you again, Lloyd, because we spoke about Bath as well. So I appreciate your time this morning. Thank you, Lloyd Notice, and also Clive Fairclough as well. Thank you very much, Reverend Clive Fairclough, Rector of the Mells Group of Churches, being with us on Sunday breakfast. And we have details there about the auditions, which are happening. All right, Thursday, 5th of March, 6 o'clock at St Andrew's Church in Mells. And then you've got rehearsals on the Thursday 19th, Wednesday 25th, Thursday 2nd of April, Tuesday 7th of April. And then the final performance on Wednesday the 8th at 6, with a chance for the village to come together, celebrating the Passion of Christ through music, drama and hospitality. After 9, we're talking